strewn with shining drops of stardew. She is both sun and moon, the stars that guide you, though she can only watch from afar. Her messengers are meteor. Oh, sneaking around, are you? I didn't hear you come in. I suppose that's reasonable. The thunder must have covered for you. Yes, I am embarrassed. I've always been very careful to make sure that I am the only one who hears these things. What? Why? Oh, it's nice that you think so. This is just another one of my vulnerabilities that I would prefer to keep covered up. Nerves are a part of it, yes, but sometimes it's deeper than that. I sing to relieve stress. This has scientific backing as well. It helps halt the production of our stress hormones. But if I catch myself thinking about it too long, I realize that this is about as honest with myself about my own feelings as I can get. No matter how far removed it is from written or spoken language, it's more about the emotion. Does that? For all I know, that could sound stupid. Oh. It's normal. I don't think I'll ever get used to you thinking of me as normal. Yes. There are some internal biases that need dismantling, I'm sure. Not that the external ones have done me any favors. You're just the only one, besides maybe Jace, that seems to see me as a real person. Not just a scientist or a cripple or an undercity charity case. Or a frigid man who can't bother with being cordial. I mean, she means well, and I appreciate her company. But even Sky, I feel like she has her own significant biases towards me. They may be positive ones, but I'd rather not have anyone's perspective of me be skewed either way if I am to be close with them. It feels like a dangerous path to tread, no matter which way I walk it. So, it's hard to feel completely on her level because it doesn't feel like she views me that way, if that makes sense. Oh, that's very kind of you. I can't say many people remark on admirable qualities of mine, but to say you can see why Sky admires me. Well, it's nice to hear, if nothing else. I am taking the compliment. Did it not seem that way? Then I apologize. She heard me sing. No. And if I have it my way, I'll be taking this voice to my grave, with only you having been stealthy enough to have heard it. I'm not ashamed. It's very personal. No, you're not prying. I'm just not used to working through my feelings this much. You seem to make me put in a lot of legwork in that area. It's true. What I said about you and Jace is true too. I feel like I can be more honest with you two because you have a more honest view of me than most. Oh? So you claim. Still, even if your view of me is inherently positive, you don't let it keep you from calling me out if I need it. And as it happens, I seem to need it a lot. True. I suppose I keep Jace grounded as well. That's where you come in, I'm guessing. You keep us from meeting each other alive when things get tense. But in all seriousness, you have qualities that tend to complement both mine and Jace's in a way that makes it easier for us all to find compromises. I suppose that's what they mean when they say no man is an island. If only all collaborations were as well-meaning and productive. You wouldn't happen to be interested in a council position, would you? Okay. It was worth a shot. No reason. Except for the fact that if anyone can humble Jace, it's you. And Jace has already humbled the rest of the council, so... I'm just saying it could work out quite nicely. I suppose you're right. Smooth sailing isn't the right look for politics. We can dream though, can't we? What was I... Oh. It's just a folk song of some sort that I picked up in the streets as a child. There's a fairy tale of sorts. Not many are as familiar with it as the stories of Jenna, but I think I prefer this one myself. It's about a spirit bound to the moon, who wants nothing more than to break free and feel what it's like to walk the earth. Oh. Alright, let's see. No, I can do it. It's just I told the man to pull it from my memory in seconds. Alright. I believe I can, in fact, recite it. Would you like to hear? Alright. Once upon a time, there was a spirit born from the grace of the moon, who came into being in order to reflect the stray sunlight in the vast reaches of what lay beyond, and comfort those in need of a light in the dark. However, the longer she fulfilled this purpose, the sadder she became. She was forever a beacon of hope, drowning in the darkness which she kept away within the eventide. And in those days she felt, swallowed by the shadows, she felt truly alone. One day she knew a great change was approaching, and she stirred from the drudgery of her everyday in order to observe a radiant prismatic light erupting from the planet and obscuring her vision. Never had she felt such warmth and determination in her heart. When she looked upon the faces bathing her in the opalescent light, she finally realized what her sacrifice truly meant. But her desire would never sway, and the many voices spoke to her as if as one. As change befalls this star, would you be a part of it? Would you step beyond the limits born to you and bask in the light below? We will be your beacon. In unison, hundreds of hands stretched outward, reaching for her own. And the Maiden of the Moon, with the smallest moment's hesitation, broke her boundaries, determined to stride forth forevermore, even in the face of the adversity which awaited her. And this freedom she has never lamented. That's it. Yes, the end. Is that better? It's a beautiful story, isn't it? I suppose you could say I admired that figure, the Maiden of the Moon. In the Undercity, the stars and the moon were rare and treasured sights. Whenever I had the chance to see them, I would recite this story and sing that song, and hope that one day I would be as lucky. Oh, thank you for the well wishes, but the more I reflect on it, the more I've been realizing I think I did find what I was wishing for all those years. Even if things can't be perfect, I don't think I could have ever imagined as a child that I would be standing here, doing such great work, and finding genuine friends to share it with. If I could tell that child that I was proud of his conviction, I would. Though, I suppose I already did when I said it out loud. There were times where I thought that the only place I would ever be was in the muck with every other social pariah. Well, just being born in the Undercity makes you as such, doesn't it? I wasn't speaking on anything else. Though Now that I think about it, I'm quite the combination. Perhaps the world just wasn't ready for someone like me. Hmm. Hmm. Oh. Well, if you really want to learn it, I'll teach you. And then you're not to breathe a word of this to anyone else. Understood? Shake on it. I just want my privacy on certain things. So once you learn it, please promise me you won't be begging for encores. Alright. Fine. Here goes. Lady of the heavens, her raven gown strewn with shining drops of stardew, she is both sun and moon, the stars that guide you, though she can only watch from afar. Her messengers are meteors when they come falling down to earth. Her wishes bring reminders of her love. Though she descends not from her home, she still shows us we're not alone while watching from the sky above. Lady of the heavens, her silken gown shines with every hue of dawn's light. Though she's every wonder, she still looks downward, though she can only watch from afar, hoping we will look towards the stars.